This Earth of yours will be reduced to a burned-out cinder.
Real wrath of God type stuff. Biblical.
No, not yet.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
I came here to give you these facts.
Dogs in camp, living together. Mass hysteria.
We're going to live on. Today, we celebrate.
Flabbergasted by the audacity.
I feel like now, I can finally say
Why
comfortably.
No. It's still cold. There's still snow on the ground.
I
What do
mean,
you
it's
mean?
still. Listen, I'm taking every little small victory I can get, buddy. I don't know about you, but like, it was warm enough to where I'm not, you know. Are there ever tasks, especially when it comes to like your car, like for example, putting like windshield fluid in your car. Like today's a day where it was comfortable to do. Like I wasn't like, oh my fucking god, my hand about to fall off. Please hurry up. Like it was
Wait, did you say
comfortable.
my hands are about to come?
but to come off.
Okay, okay.
So it's like, is it like 20 degrees? No, it's not 20 degrees. But I would like to say that we are going in the right direction. I think it's probably the key phrase.
It felt more like the right direction. What was it, last week? Where there's just no snow on the ground. You can go to.
Well, there was like that
go
one
outside
day,
in
but
a
it
jean
still came
jacket.
back.
Yeah.
And it still came back.
It's just weird for you to say that now, of all times.
Well, because I check the weather a lot, and that's another telltale sign that I'm getting old because I don't never check the weather app that much in my life. Like I check it every night before I go to bed, which is really funny. But basically, like, you know, I was looking at the weather for the next couple of days, and I'm going, okay, like we're going in the right direction. Like if it does snow, it's gone by the next day, or it's not even sticking to the ground. You know, so at least there's that. But you know what it is sticking though? This podcast. This is Flabbergasted by Audacity. I'm Jamal.
And I'm Patrick.
And the biggest news this week. Did you hear who died?
Fuck. Yes. Yeah, God, Chuck Norris. Jeez.
Well, that's one of them. Which
There's another?
I felt. There's another one. There's another big one that died. Well, big. I say big in a jokingly manner.
Oh, like they're fat?
No, not even like fat.
Is Lizzo
like,
dead?
I wish. No, it's not like it's not like a real celebrity. It's a creator of a website.
Creator.
You didn't hear about this story?
Who died? Just tell me.
The OnlyFans creator died.
Oh, who the fuck cares about them?
No, because it's so funny. Because first of all, I know that everyone has a creator, but like he had cancer. He died of cancer, and it got me thinking. I was like, there's a bit of something going around, a rumor going around that Elon Musk wants to buy it just to shut it down, and I was like,
I heard
oh
about
my
that
God.
one. I heard about
I
that
did
one.
hear. I was like, yo, if Elon does that, he'd be the fucking biggest troll. Where are all the 18-year-old girls who have no fucking career in life and they make their money now? And then I thought about it some more, and I wanted to just do a little deep dive real quick on OnlyFans, not on the website itself, but more about who is making money off of these sites.
Isn't it
right?
something like 1% of like female creators make actual livable wages off of it?
Yeah, it's not much, but I was just reading the names on it. It's funny because you would think the names on this list would be, you know, like porn stars or whatever. A lot of them are not even porn stars. It's very funny.
It's one of those things basically where it's become overshadowed, but it's not the majority.
I'll explain it to you, and then you'll understand. Because it's hard to explain. Like, for example, like just a good example, like Cardi B is on this list, right? She makes 9.5 million per month.
Yeah, no, close it down.
What?
Close it down.
And close it down. But what's funny is that when you look about what their fans are getting, it's not just pornography. It's music previews, uncensored rants, raw commentary about the industry, or glamorous BTS scenes, and the occasional risque content without full nudity. And that's for the top 3 people here. Like the first girl, her name was Black Chinya, or her real name was Angela Renee White. Her too, it's luxury lifestyle access. She doesn't even do porn. This is really just, she rose to mainstream by dating Tyga, who was a rapper, and Rob Kardashian. That was how she made money, apparently. She has like luxury lifestyle access, collaborations. That's it. The second girl, Bella Thorne, her main thing is the fact that she does like girlfriend experiences, which is so depressing to actually pay money for that.
I swear she's a porn star.
She sounds familiar.
Yeah, no, I
She's a Disney
recognize the
Channel
name,
star.
and I'm like, that's
I know. Is that bad?
I'm
Is that
pretty
bad? Well, she's
sure it's
28.
because it's a porn star.
She's 28. She's a former Disney star from Shake It
Maybe
Up.
that's why
apparently.
then.
Yeah, because he made OnlyFans in 2020. The only, and then Iggy Azalea is on this list for some reason, who's making 9.2 million. The only one that I really know who's in, I want to say it's the 6th or 7th place is Mia Khalifa, who makes 6.5 million. We all know who she is. But
okay. So I'm
we're not
doing
gonna pretend.
some research here. So
Yeah.
definitely a porn star, but I don't know if it's just this person with the same name or not.
The one that's called Bella Thorne?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like
very possible.
either it's a doppelganger, or
Well, hold
all
on.
white women look alike.
Bella Thorne. How are you spelling Thorne?
Thorne.
Okay. Yeah.
You thought it was just no e?
Yeah, there's no
Literal
maybe there's no
Thorne.
E on that one. That'd be a really bad porn name. But yeah, so I was just reading up on this. Like was just going through this list and I'm reading up on this and I'm just going, who are these people who are giving them that much money? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Was by like Bella Delphine's on this list, and it's like I'm just trying to figure out what they're doing that's got them making this much money. Cause this is crazy amount of money. Like, even the ones that are not as popular on this list, like there's one here who's only making 0.85 million a month, so they're making like 85,000. That's
good.
livable.
That's incredible money.
Yeah, like that's still little. I'm just like again, I'm trying to figure out who are these people. Not people who are making the website, more so who are the people who are paying services for this website. Cause I did hear about the girlfriend experience thing. I've heard about that before, and it's like that's so interesting. Like this never would have existed 10-15. This never existed 10-15 years ago. I do remember. Do you remember? I think I did it in college. There was a website that I had to do a project on. It was called Rent a Friend. What's in concept in this day and age is fucking wild. But it's like you basically people put their profile and you can rent that person for a day, which is nuts. Because in hindsight, you're just asking to be killed, or kidnapped, or both. So it's like I don't know how that website survived, but it did.
Well, I know it started in like Japan or something because they have like a social epidemic in a way where there's a lot of struggle to have social lives because work is so demanding over there. Don't know about here.
No, I don't think it's that bad. To be honest, like, you know, I work in a lot of public industries, and to be honest, like, bars are still being filled up quite well. You know, restaurants, yeah, maybe the prices are a little higher now. You don't go out to a restaurant as often, but, like, I still think they're doing pretty good. I wouldn't say they're doing amazing. I still think COVID has lingering effects on these, you know.
No, COVID was ridiculous. Remember that of like mom and pop shops that closed because the government wouldn't support them, but they supported these giant companies that had excess already. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and not only that, but it's just like, you know, that really gave Uber and Skip, the dishes, this monopoly on these mom and pop shops. The ones that did survive, that had no choice but to take these garbage terms of conditions, these plans with Uber and Skip, where they're taking 50%. Like Uber takes 50% of the order that's given to the restaurant. They don't take anything from the driver. The driver just receives the tip money, the kilometers, and even then, I've done Uber Eats delivery. Back during COVID, it was pretty good because they had no choice but to give you enough incentive to do delivery because it was such a high demand at that time. But now in today's day and age, I am still surprised that there are still people delivering for these companies, because unless you have an electric car, it's not worth it. Especially right now with all the gas prices, it's just not worth it at all. But
Oh my god. Okay, I don't know why. You just mentioning gas prices. I think I had
it did go down today though.
I think I had a dream that it went down.
It did go down actually.
It did go down?
Yeah, it did. I think it was like 14 cents down. It was like 167.
Okay, no. So definitely a dream then, because in my dream it was like 120.
Oh man, if that happens, bro. Yo, please wish that into fruition.
That's how you know you're getting old. Fucking dreaming about gas prices. What the fuck? Like I wasn't even concerned about it, and I'm dreaming about it. What? Come on.
What the fuck?
Give me a sexy dream, a fun dream. Fucking gas prices.
Something. I don't know. 120 gas prices is kind of sexy to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Just gets an erection immediately. Like, what do you say? What? How much?
Fuck. 120? I'm chubbed. But yeah, no. That's definitely a very it's just so interesting how this OnlyFans thing has been working out, and just how they have these girls have been making money like this. I'll try. Who are the guys that have the jobs to support it? Because I've seen some stuff where it's like,
oh, it's just sad.
$55 for like a photo.
No, it's the white whale concept from gambling, or what's it called? Those games on your phone, right? All they need is like 1% of the people actually using it to be super high paying, and that compensates for the whole thing.
I guess, yeah, because some people, like I said, on Reddit, I actually saw this yesterday, and I had to read it. There's a forum on Reddit where it's just Montreal people looking for other Montreal people to get freaky that night or that week or whatever. A lot of times it's men looking for men, which is very funny. I didn't know that Reddit was basically Grindr. But there was one that I saw yesterday I just had to read, because I was like, there's no way you're serious. You gotta be joking. And the post says, anyone like feet? Right there, you have my attention. Because I'm going, there's no fucking shot that this is actually about feet. But when I clicked on the fucking profile to read it, it says, hi, me and my friend are trying to find who has better looking feet between us both. If you're interested in seeing our pictures side by side, it's on our profile. We would love to have a threesome. Where's the correlation? How do you go from tell me how good your feet are to that? I was like, what the hell? I was like, okay. So then I'm like, I gotta look. I click on the profile. These are some of the ugliest feet. By the way, I'm definitely not into feet, because I looked at both of these and I immediately repulsed myself. I was like, ill. Why are you showing me these? This is disgusting. And I clicked. Then they have a fucking. They have like. There was one where she's like, what does he put oil on it? She's like, I put oil on it to make it look more appetizing. And I was like gonna vomit.
Don't use that word when talking about feet.
Please don't use that word. Please. I was like, dude, this is this. But then the worst part is that I look at the comments, and people are actually commenting on them. One guy's like, well, for lovely, would suck your toes anytime. Why? Why do these people exist?
We say this every few episodes. The internet needs to be turned off.
Yeah, it does. It does. Because I'm reading, I'm going, what the fuck? People are actually taking time out of their day. I turned it off. I was like, nah, I'm good. I went to bed. I was like, I'm tired. But it really, just seeing this and seeing how I don't know what's worse. Is it the men who are worse, or the women that are worse at this point? Because it's like the men who are giving, because there are some. I agree with you. I think there's a lot of women on OnlyFans who are not making enough money to successfully just live off of it.
But the ones who do, they're very vocal about it. So they see
exactly
the young women see it as an opportunity, and it's
but
really
it's
not.
sad. It's just I don't know what it is. I think for me it's like. It's one of those things where I'm going, you are it's hard for me to like describe, because if you think about it, it's like a girl who has like a hoe face or is a slut without really using OnlyFans, is that any better than a woman who does it on OnlyFans? It's like it's in the sense where, because I also checked out this, because when we're going circling back to that tweet about Elon Musk wanting to buy it, I went online and said, are there OnlyFans alternatives? To my horror, there was. There is 3 major ones. One called Fansly, One that I know about, it's called Patreon. I know fucking Patreon did porn.
Patreon's a classic. I
know.
It's not at all used, or not used, but not referred to as like for porn, like OnlyFans is.
Well, it's getting there, because the thing is, on Patreon, you have subscriptions, and people have been using those subscriptions for porn, basically. I think one of the bigger ones was that Twitch streamer there, Amanath. She uses Patreon, as well as OnlyFans and stuff like that.
I don't know. Patreon. I don't know these internet people.
Amanath does the girl on Twitch who, during that time where men were getting banned for like showing a nipple, if anything, or like talking bad, and then they get banned for like a week straight. Mm-hmm. This girl's wearing the skimpiest white shirt she can find, and is having a wet t-shirt contest in her stream where you can basically see her nipple, and Twitch is like, nah, it's okay, that's fine.
Twitch is
but you said a bad word. But you said a bad word, banned for a week. It's like, what the fuck? So she's another one of those girls where she uses the platform. And what's so interesting too is that a lot of these girls who do OnlyFans, if you click on like their profile or whatever, and you click on like their socials, they have either a TikTok, an Instagram, and a lot of them have Twitch. Which is very interesting, because then it works so well to then play a game and then play with your fans or whatever. The guys feel connected to you. They send you even more money. It is intelligent, but also the guys who are doing this are the dumbest creatures on this planet. Because for anyone, I'm sorry, like I remember there's always that famous, I'm not sure if you ever saw this one, the other famous Twitch streamer, her name is Pokimane.
Only know her by name, but yeah.
Yeah, so there was a stream that she did one time. This guy donated $2,000, right? But when he donated the money, she got up to go somewhere in her house. She wasn't at the computer.
Fucking
so the thing goes ring, ring, ring. Then it's like an automated voice. This person donated $2,000. I love you, Pokemon, so much, and then all this stuff. She comes back, doesn't even acknowledge the fucking guy. Doesn't acknowledge nothing. Just continues on with the stream because he missed it. I'm going, that's just sad in general, but I'm going, if you're the guy, first of all, $2,000 on a chick you don't even fucking know is wild work. It's wild. That's nuts. And then first off, if you acknowledge, is even more wild. Because as much as these girls, Amanath and Pokemon, like these girls make a lot of money, I know that on a day-to-day basis, they have to be so careful, because there are so many fucking people out there who are like stalkers. Like I think there was a guy, I remember I heard also that Pokemon had to actually get the cops involved, because in one of the streams she moves her camera slightly, and you can see a little bit outside her window. Someone was able to figure fucking out where she was by that fucking window somehow.
Well, no, do you remember the fucking Shia LaBeouf's flag in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah.
That was amazing.
So it's like, I get it. There is a side of, I'm making all this money, yes, and on the flip side, you have these fucking men who will do anything to find you. It's like it's a double-edged sword, to be honest. I just really think that there has to be a hard reset, and we got to go back to chat rooms, AOL Messenger style, and just start back from scratch.
Let's reset back to 1990, where things were good.
And
only office douchebags had cell phones.
Yeah, exactly. And I was on their hip. They had the little thing on their hip there for like the phone.
Or even earlier than that, like I think it was the 70s or the 80s, where the phone was attached to like a big box.
Yeah, good day. Or like a pager. Have a fucking pager.
Pagers were cool. Remember how cool? They'd be like, oh, I'm getting a message.
Yeah, I'm getting a message.
Now you get a text and you're like, oh, okay.
I don't care about. But yeah, no, it's bad, man. It's bad. I went down like a rabbit hole for like an hour. That was weird. I heard the sound like someone joined. Okay. I went down like a rabbit hole for like a good hour of just like OnlyFans stuff, and just listening and reading messages about girls doing it, guys doing it, whatever, and just one guy said how he lost over 10K. He lost over 10 fucking K in just sending girls money, cause and like I said, that's the part that always irks me, and I think that was one thing when it first came out that I was like, I would never do it even if I wanted to. It's the fact that they can message you personally. That freaks me out. That I can't do. Because
Well,
it's like for me,
I'm wondering
it's
if
like,
it's a sort of addiction. Because I remember when I first started like watching live streams and whatnot, the
yeah,
excitement of posting a comment and hoping that they read it was like
for
exhilarating
sure.
for a short
No,
moment. And then you
it is
realize
exhilarating.
you're getting buried in an ocean and there's no fucking point.
Yeah, no, I like, it's like, I remember one time, I ran into a YouTuber at the time that was somewhat popular. His name was Immortal HD. He was a popular YouTuber, and I ran into him in a game of VR chat. Funny enough, like this is way back when, it's like pre-COVID, and I was exhilarated. I was like, oh my god, me and a famous YouTuber like that. Like he's not a very big YouTuber. Like to meet him was fucking really really cool. And I remember one time another YouTuber, I think I donated like $1, and he's like, hey, thank you, Senior Janet. And I was like, oh my god, that does for sure, but to a limit. Like if the girl's gonna be like, give me $50 and I'll acknowledge your name, I'm killing you. Like that's retarded. Like, I'm not giving you $50. Like there's a limit to, for at least from my mind. But if that's my limit, I feel like some people don't have that limit. You know, like especially like the really big Twitch streamers, Kai Sanat, Queso, you know, these guys. It's like people live to be a part of their live streams. You know, they have people who are modders. That's another thing that I find so interesting. Do you know this website called Chatterbait? Do you hear about this
I've
website?
heard of it, but what is so special about it?
So this was like I said last night, I couldn't fall asleep. I went to this fucking deep rabbit hole for the podcast for today because I wanted to really dive into this OnlyFans stuff. It really is interesting, to say the least. And when I was clicking on different girls' profiles, whatever, to see how much money they were making and stuff like that, a couple of these girls had this profile in this thing called Chatterbait. I'm like, the fuck is this Chatterbait? So I'm old school. I know Pornhub, I know X Hamster, and X Videos. That's all that I fucking know. That's all that I go on. It's the only thing that I do. So I was like, I don't know these websites. So I click on it. What it is, and this is very interesting too. It is, take Twitch, the concept of live streaming, but instead of video games, you're masturbating, right? And it's in the moment live, like
It just sounds
live,
awful.
live. It's very interesting because how they do it is it's just like Twitch. You buy bits, you buy tokens, and of course I've heard about those toys that exist now that have the Bluetooth connections and stuff like that. That these toys can be hooked up through Chatterbait to where when you give them tokens, the machine vibrates. So it's like a vibrator, basically, that the people who are watching can control with the token. So the more tokens you give, the more intense the vibration, the more the girl moans, the more you want to send more. And I'm just sitting, and you can watch for free. You don't have to give money. So I'm just sitting there watching one, and this girl's getting like, I was checking like 1,000 tokens. So I went online. I was like, what is 1,000 tokens translated into American dollars? That is, drum roll, $99.
Oof.
For 1,000 tokens is $99. And then I went to go deeper and I said, those 1,000 tokens, how much money does Chatterbait get compared to the girl, right? Because there's always got to be a cut somewhere else the website can't run.
Yeah.
So they said that the website takes about 65% of the tokens. So that's roughly about $60-ish. That means the girl's getting $30 roughly, basically. But some of the guys, and they can message them. They're messaging them in the moment. Oh yeah, fucking put your finger in your pussy, all this stuff, whatever. And then some guys are going, I'll be back in 45 minutes. I'm gonna get more tokens for you. I'm like, is this real? And then the worst part is they got fucking moderators. They got people going, please keep your dirty messages in private chat. I'm like, so you mean to tell me you got up today and said, oh boy, time to go to work, and you on to Chatterbait. You log on to Chatterbait to your favorite girl on Chatterbait, and you're moderating her chat for her because obviously there are people in there who are writing all bunch of fucking horrid stuff, and then there's like girls who are advertising their Snapchats or their OnlyFans in other girls' lobbies or whatever you want to call it. So they kick them out and they make sure that the guys are donating. And they go, come on, guys, he's doing such a good job. Give her more tokens. And I'm just sitting there. I'm in awe. I was in shock. At 3 o'clock at night, I'm in shock just watching this girl finger her pussy while people are just donating money out the ass. Like one of them, I think she had over 12,000 people watching her. And just money. Like 1,000. And I'm going, wow, I wish I was the woman. I'd be rich. I'd be fucking rich. I would use every system in the book. Because I'm looking at it, I'm going, it's super safe. That's probably the safest method. Because they don't got to put much in their bio. They can put their age, whatever they want to, but you don't have to. One girl said the location where she lives in your dreams. That's perfect. The fuck you gonna do? You can't fucking ask her. She controls she controls her whole room. So if she wants to stop streaming in 2 hours, she's allowed to stop streaming in 2 hours. And you could do nothing about it. I was like, wow, man. I was just watching for a good 20 minutes, and this seeing people just donate. And I'm looking, and I was calculating, I'm going, I think one guy, in the girl's room in particular, she had this thing where you can be like the king, and I put those in quotations, the king of like the room. So it's like, if you donated 14,000 coins, you're the king in my thing for today, or basically like that. And they're proud of it. And I'm like, how can you be proud of this? This is sad. This is borderline depressing.
It's a lack of father figures on both sides.
Fuck, major.
For the women putting out the content and for the men consuming it. Like, where were your parents when you developed this horrible problem?
And not only that, and I'll be honest, I mean, yes, the girls on there are incredibly sexy. I'm not saying that they're not, they have all these fucking, there was one who had, not even a fucking vibrator, she had a whole goddamn machine that had a dildo attached to the end of it that would go in and out of her. And I was like, these exist? I was like, wow, first of all, crazy. Second of all, go ahead, girl, because she was taking that shit. I was like, damn, impressive. But I was just like, for me, what shocked me was, first of all, this website's been around for years. I didn't know about that either. It's been around since the early 2000s. And again, a lot of these girls on Chatterbait have OnlyFans or have other means of income, and it's nuts. I never knew this ecosystem existed. It's an ecosystem. It really is a living, breathing ecosystem, because they can talk to them like everyday people. There was one chat where one guy, they were discussing music while she was fingering her pussy. I'm going.
So naturally, you're going to be a regular viewer now.
100%. No. I was just like,
sounds like you really enjoyed it, to be honest.
Well, I was more in shock. You know, it's like a car crash. You can't look away. That's what it was. I'm like, I have to watch. I was watching more of the comments than her. First of all, I don't know about you. I never heard a girl make noises like that. I was like, listen, buddy, like, it can't be that good. She's like over the top a little bit. I was like, all right, guys, let's calm it down here. It can't be that good. It can't be. I refuse to believe that she's doing it that well to herself, or whatever. But I was just reading the comments. For me, it was the people, and of course, some of them have some really fucking funny usernames. Big cock guy 67, I think was one guy's name. Or some of them just have fucking Jim. And I was like, okay,
Jim.
Sure, this Jim, straight up Jim. But yeah, man, no, it really opened my eyes. I was like, wow, that this exists. I didn't even know it existed.
So to close out that section, rest in peace, Chuck Norris. Screw you, OnlyFans guy.
yeah, basically.
And something I wanted to talk about.
Yes, please.
Do a complete 180 here.
Okay, we're gonna talk about some good stuff. I'm like excited.
So, well, I don't know if it's exciting, but definitely interesting to me. And you like Canadian politics, or politics in general.
I do.
So
I do, yeah.
I don't know if you saw, but Pierre Poilievre was on Joe Rogan.
I did hear about this, yes.
You didn't watch it,
I did
though?
hear about this. I'm not a big fan of Rogan. And to be honest, it's rare that I listen to podcasts in the first place. But I did see a bit of snippets here and there. I know the snippets could probably be taken out of context, but I heard that he did a pretty good job.
Oh, it was great. I listened to the whole thing at work, and it was very interesting, insightful, and Pierre Poilievre is so well spoken, and he's very
he's
everyman.
I think he's well spoken in those scenarios. I just feel like sometimes when he's in the House of Commons, I feel like he gets rattled a little bit sometimes. I think that's what it is. I feel like Carney. I feel like when he was battling Trudeau would sometimes he would dig into it. He would get into it a little bit with him, and they both get rowdy at each other, you know. But I feel like with Carney, he can't shake him as well as he did with Trudeau. But I mean, is he well spoken? I mean, he is the leader of the Conservative Party. I think he's a well spoken individual.
Oh no, he's good.
But I still wouldn't vote for him. But I think
what is your reasoning for that? Anyways, I'm curious.
Well, I voted for him last time, right? Last election I voted for the Conservatives because I was tired, right? I wanted change. But after seeing what Carney's been doing and how he's been speaking, I regret it. I regret it in the sense that I just don't know. I don't know. I know that Poilievre has been trying to go through an image change, because I remember I had heard there was a meeting. There was something that they had it's like a big party of all the parties. It's that one day of the year where the parties kind of get to like let loose a little bit, and they had all the leaders talk. And when Poilievre went up to speak, he said it jokingly, but I don't think he really meant it as a joke. He said, I was asking my party and the people around me where I can improve my popularity. One person said, get a puppy. The other person said, change how you speak to people. So I'm getting a puppy tomorrow. Everyone laughed. It was funny, but I really think he is trying to go through an image change. What I don't like about Poilievre as of right now, and again, we can debate about this for hours on end and we'll never know the correct answer. I feel like when he does go up in the House of Commons and he's criticizing whatever Carney is doing that day or whatever, he always criticizes but never offers a solution. It's always, you did bad. Okay, how would you do it? There's no response to that. There's never a response to that part. That's the part I want to hear. I want to hear what you're going to do.
Well, he actually went over a lot of that in the podcast, and it sounded great. And even Rogan's like, well, why aren't they doing that? And the answer typically was for environmental concerns, because everyone's gonna just be like, oh, you're ruining the environment, this, that, and the third. Like, but the Canadian way of like extracting oil and cutting down lumber and whatnot is actually pretty efficient and good for the environment. It's just the process takes a long time. So when you dig up oil, you do fuck up the land, but once you're done, you put it back the way it was and you move on, right? Mm-hmm. But no, the environmentalists, which is a big part of the Liberal Party, are all like, oh, the environment this, the environment that, and then the Canadian economy suffers because they don't look at the big picture. It's just here and now, and all these blue-haired people crying. It's like, so we're just fucked, okay? We're just gonna let everyone else do the work that we could be doing instead. And yeah, that's basically what it came down to.
I agree with you to a certain degree, and I've had this discussion with my mother, and it's a very interesting discussion because I understand where you're coming from. I get that part. But I also stand with the Liberal Party in the sense that as much as, yes, probably, you can put the land back together again, and the way that we're deforesting trees is whatever, but at the same time, there are other ways to get energy, like wind, like solar, right?
No.
How? How?
They do collect energy. No, Jamal, they collect energy, but the amount of cost it takes to set those things up outweighs the amount you would put out. So essentially, it takes more to put in than you get out. Hydro-Quebec is very efficient, but wind and solar is very bad.
So wind and solar is very bad. So tell me how China's been doing it. They put them in the Sahara Desert. It's been great. How's that bad?
Jamal, there's a difference between the desert and Canada.
I'm asking you a question though. You're saying that it's bad. I'm saying that it's good.
No,
it's good.
You mentioned the desert. The desert is different. There's more sun. Here in Canada, I don't know if you notice, bro. We have winter. That's half the year. That's half the year. No sun.
We don't have a lot of solar power here. I'm saying just in general.
We're using it as an example. There are other ways and then you brought that up. So I'm going with that. Okay.
I understand, and I was saying that wind and solar is a good, reliable source of energy, depending on where you are.
Sadly, again, wind isn't that reliable. The cost to put them up and maintain them is so expensive.
But then well then let me ask you this: if you keep going with oil, you will run out eventually.
Yes.
Eventually, you're gonna run out.
Yes, but not anytime soon, though.
Okay, so it's their problem.
What?
It's the people later on, because this is what I have a discussion.
No. What I'm saying, you can keep doing research and whatnot in those technologies. That's good. I'm not saying dead stop oil, only oil, but oil is useful right now, and we need it.
It is useful right now. Well,
it's like, why would you put all your eggs in wind and solar when you can't rely on it? You know, that's.
I'm not saying
that's why we still use hydro.
I'm not saying put them all. You always will need multiple sources of energy. That part's normal. I agree with you on that part. What I was saying was this discussion I was having with my mom. I was saying the baby boomer generation has always been the generation where they did a lot of destructive stuff, right? And now that we're realizing the damages that we've done to the ecosystems, which we are repairing it. You know, the ozone has been repaired in the Arctic. A lot of animals that are on the endangered species are no longer endangered, like the panda, like the green turtle, the sea turtle, green sea turtle. Yeah, I think that one's no longer endangered. But it's like, it's always it's the next generation's problem. It's not our problem because we already did it. Now it's your problem, and it's like, see, that's the part that I disagree with, in the sense that I get where Polyev is coming from, and yeah. Liberal Party is mostly for the environment. That part I agree with. I'm not saying that you're wrong. In fact, I'm pretty sure you're right. But then my question to you is that right now, if you look at the polls recently, Polyev has dropped, I think, over 20 points, I want to say. Tell me why. Tell me why he's dropped that many points.
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. I'm trying to focus more on Canadian politics recently, but I haven't gone quite into like deep dives, because the problem is American politics, you hear about it all day, every day. Canadian, you have to search for it, so it's harder.
You have to fucking look.
So when you ask me a question like that, I wish I knew. I want to know.
Well, then look, I'm curious to know. You know.
Well, I like the guy, and he has some good points. And as far as like energy, because that does interest me. The best and actually cleanest form of energy, it's wild, I would have never guessed, nuclear.
Yeah, it is.
They just don't do it because of Chernobyl. Oh, we can't have nuclear energy. What if it explodes? Like, well, that was 50 years ago, pretty much. And the technology has advanced a lot. Obviously, don't put it near somewhere that has earthquakes often, Japan. And everything should be fine. But no, it's they don't like it because of that one horrible event. Two, actually, but...
Funny enough is the game that I played there, Satisfactory, the last part of energy, because you start off with bio, and then you go into coal, and then you go into fuel, and then the last one is nuclear, that one of my nuclears was running out of water, and I almost lost my whole base, because...
That's a thing?
It was
That's
good.
Cool.
Well, not, but like, it turned off, and then because nuclear produces so much energy, all my machines were really relying on that one thing to keep going, and then I lost the water for some reason, so that machine turned off, and then all my whole fucking factory operations stopped, and I was like, and now I had to build like 25 biogenerators just to kind of get a bit of fuel, to get a bit of water, to put it back in the uranium machine, and then it started back up again. I was like, oh my fucking god, I almost had a heart attack. I love that game, but it's like that's how I learned that uranium has such a pure form of energy. No, it's true though. It's very, very true.
Yeah. The point of the oil though isn't specifically for burning it and making electricity. The point of oil is in everything. Like,
no, oil's in a lot of stuff. Gasoline.
So no, it's not just about using fossil fuels. It's also about making products.
I think the other thing too, right? You gotta also remember that the Conservatives, their hub, or I guess you could say their fortress, is Alberta, Saskatchewan, ish area. What is there to do there? It's always oil, you know. So it's like, I get where he's coming from. I would like to see Polyev talk about the other issues. I want to see him talk about what to do.
Yeah, but Jamal,
especially a big one is dealing with Quebec. That's always another big issue too.
In what way? Dealing with Quebec in what way?
Well, in Canadian politics, Quebec has always been that weird area. Like, you know, Trudeau being, I think Trudeau being a Quebecer or being somewhat French really helped him win for the longest time, because Quebec has always been that you have to be very careful with Quebec, because we're the province that can make or break it. Basically, if you don't win Alberta, Saskatchewan, and British Columbia, you better win Quebec. Because if you don't win Quebec and you don't win Ontario, you've lost the election. And Polyev did really, really bad here in Quebec, and he did very, very bad in Ontario. He fucking lost his own seat in Ontario, you know? So it's like, I remember when they were doing the election and we had that bill that came in, Bill 98, I think it was the one where it's the ban of the religious symbols. They asked all the politicians about that, and every politician, even Polyev, I remember, they all steered clear of a direct answer, because you don't want to piss off Quebec. It's one of those places where you have to be very, very careful how you are, because of course we're the fucking retarded province, so you have to be very careful. How we're so fucking retarded, I'm not sure, were you done with Polyev? Could I have a good transition?
Last thing. Close
yes.
that up. Oil is such a big industry, it can make your entire economy. So
it's major. It's a big industry.
And
it's very big.
So that's why Polyev wants to open it up, because it would boom Canada. It would be incredible, because we're a major supplier to the U.S. And
yes, we are.
It's been used numerous times for trade deals and whatnot. And
yeah,
so
it has.
If they can really open that up, because Calgary is where it comes from mostly, right?
Yep.
From what I understand.
Yep.
And they're under a lot of restriction because of the current government. And so they're just incredibly frustrated with the whole thing. And if you open that up, it could benefit all of Canada.
That's why, one, they want to separate, and that's why, two, that's why the Conservatives, the fortress is those 2 to 3 provinces. It's all there, like you know, and I agree. I mean, they got rid of the fossil fuel tax. That was one restriction removed, and that's how Polyev was able to kind of get a couple of breaks. Because I think if you look at the map, I think there are a couple of cities or a couple of counties in Alberta that did turn red because he got rid of the fossil fuel. Because it was Trudeau put that in, and then Carney removed the fossil fuel tax. So it's interesting. Definitely looking into more. I would love to dive into deeper Canadian politics with you for sure, because it's very fun. It's not as entertaining as the American politics, but I think it's still pretty fun.
It shouldn't be entertaining. That's the thing that's so annoying about
not
American
entertaining.
Politics.
It should not. Politics should not be entertaining, period. But it is. But more entertaining. It'd be fun to discuss it with you, because you being more conservative than I am would be fun to discuss, to see, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But the transition I wanted to make was, did you hear about the plane crash?
Yeah, that was one of my things. I was wondering if we were gonna be able to get to it.
Yeah, so that I mean, horrible. Really, really. I you know, my condolences to the family. I think that was
that is crazy though. Like
it
wasn't. I thought it was on takeoff initially. It was on landing.
Yeah, it was on landing. And it was, you know, middle of the night. And like I said, the thing was, you hear I watched the video where you hear the comms. Why they told the fire truck 10 times stop. Why could they not hear him? You know,
supposedly there was like bugged out. Maybe they were using Discord.
Imagine, you know, because the good news is that the firefighters survived, both of them.
Yeah, I heard that. Like, how the fuck do you survive getting hit by a plane? All of them.
Because I saw that. But you know what though? They were in the front. If you look at the video,
it hits the back side of the truck. So.
The back side of it. So I think the front was probably spared. Still, that's fucking scary. But a couple of things. One. How do you not see the plane? I'm sorry. I know it's dark, but like, it's a fucking plane. They got lights on that shit.
No, but there's lights all over the runway behind the plane.
True,
I'm sure it was obscured, and the video is what do you call that? deceiving. It's deceiving because in the wide shot, it looks like the plane's not going that fast, dude. It's going like 200 miles an hour.
Yeah, like 100. I think I heard like 200 miles per hour, like 100.
And if you got the go ahead, the guys initially, anyways, the guy's saying go ahead, you can cross. You're gonna be like, okay, we're crossing. You're not gonna. You might look for a second, but that 1 second you turn away, 200 mile per hour plane coming, you're not gonna see it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no. I just, I felt bad for the family. Those two young pilots too. Just starting their career, so that part really sucks. But I know that they're gonna be interviewing the firefighters for sure to figure out what happened. But it's just terrible. But the part that's worse than that and just terrible and just such a bad look in Quebec, and it's just such a fucking annoyance about this goddamn fucking province is the president of Air Canada apologized, right? He made a public apology. Tell me why Quebec goes, but he didn't do the apology in French. I'm like, I'm gonna kill somebody.
Fucking matter?
Exactly my fucking point. I'm like, guys,
there are subtitles for a reason.
But not only that, but it's like it's not even. They said, "Mais c'est certain pilote," because one of the pilots is from Quebec, right? He goes, well, it's a pilot that's from Quebec, therefore that the apology should be written in both languages. Who gives a fuck? He's dead. There's a bigger issue. There's a bigger issue around it right now. It's the fact that someone just lost their life, and that was a young life that could have been, he could have lived on to his 40, 50. He was a pilot. There's not a lot of fucking pilots around the world. And he dies, and the president apologizes. He's so sad, and Quebec goes, but you didn't say it in French. Are you fucking serious? Like, fuck off. It's like, it's such a fucking, I hate that so much about this province, so fucking much. And to end it all off also, as you know, Legault is leaving politics, thank God. I just hope that he just falls into a hole and dies, but whatever. Because of that, they had to find a succession for him. So there's a by-election happening within the CAQ to find a leader. This part I found so funny. Now already the CAQ has been doing damage control since last 2-3 years with all the fucking missteps that they've taken, from the family doctors to the roads to the language and the new bills and stuff like that. Anyways, so the new leader who gets put in charge will have, get this, Patrick, will have a 500,000 allowance to spend on whatever they want to spend, any promises that they're going to make to the people when they vote. $500,000. You're telling me that $500,000 you can't use for, I don't know, the fucking roads?
I saw a post. I don't know if it's real, but it's they're supposed to be putting $6 million into Montreal streets, new technologies and new techniques and all that, and it's like, yeah, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will.
But it's just, $500,000 lying around, and you're just gonna leave that for the next guy to come in, who's only gonna be around for, the election is done it's gonna be done next month, and the election's in October, so May, June, July, August, September, 5 months. They're only gonna be in power for, CAQ's not winning next year. It's a fucking wrap for them. It's gonna be between the Liberal Party and the Parti Québécois. But it's just the fact that that money is just there, and they're gonna say, no, we're gonna give it to him, and we're gonna allow him to use it. No, we need that money now. You got $500,000 lying around that we could be using? Are you serious? Fucking give us the money. Like, it blew my mind. When I heard about that, I was like, you're joking, right? You gotta be fucking joking. There's no fucking way. I'm like, wow, man, you guys are dumb. Like, you just wanna, this Legault should be studied on how to make a new party, win the election in 2 years, and then lose it all. There should be a fucking movie about that shit. Because it's incredible. CAQ was made like in 2017? Or a bit younger, 2015? Like, they just started, they didn't win the first 2 rounds, and then they win, they become majority party for like 6-7 years, and then they die. It's very interesting. It's honestly impressive, but it's just nuts. It's nuts. And the last thing is the new Montreal mayor. This is one of those things where I think, like, even like with the, how you're talking about with Polyev and in the party how he's saying one thing and the liberals are going, well, no, it's bad and all that stuff. How you can make not everyone can be happy. The new Montreal mayor is looking at finally, thank God, removing some bike paths in Montreal. I'm so excited because
removing. I've never heard of removing. I've only heard of adding.
Yeah, I know, right? So we're finally looking at certain bike paths to remove, and of course, as soon as he does that, who comes out to fucking defend? The fucking bike people. Kill them all. Because that's some bullshit. The bike people came out, they're like, no, but we need the bike path because it's not safe for us. Maybe.
We need the bike path so we can ignore it and ride on the street.
No, but not only that, but I'm sorry. I've been in Montreal countless times. On like the Maisonneuve and major streets that have like those bike lanes and have their own stoplight. I don't know about you, but when the light's red, you're supposed to fucking stop. Tell me why. How many times I've turned on a street and I've had to brake because there's a biker biking past and he has the audacity to give me a dirty look. I'll kill you.
I'll kill you.
like, your light is red. If you want to be treated, if you want to share the road properly. Share the road properly. I don't mind having bike paths. That's not my issue. I'm a biker myself. I bike a lot, you know? But I'll never, in a million years, if I see that you have a green light and my light's red, I'm going to go, no, I'm more important. No. I'm on a fucking bike. You're in a car. I'll die. Like, you know, it's like, if there's no one there, if there's no one on the street, and there's no cars turning, yeah, maybe I'll go. And even then, I might still not even go. But there's cars, I'm not doing shit. I'm waiting. There's like 10 seconds extra. Okay, so what? But it's like, that's my issue. And that, you know, I think Plante did a good job for a little bit. I mean, I think Montreal deserved some sort of bike pass because the Bixie bikes are a good thing. And it's good for younger people to get around and maybe don't have cars in the city. And it kind of relieves the stress of the metro a little bit too. And it's good exercise. But to the degree that it's at now, that some of these people, these bikers, are so fucking entitled that they take up majority of the road. No. I'm sorry. The thing is to share the road, not to take the road. You know? Mm-hmm. And not only that, you get more business, foot traffic, if you're in a car than a bike. I'm sorry to say.
What is that?
I understand that.
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
You know, so what I mean is because the streets that she, I can't tell you what streets they were. I read the article quickly, but I didn't see what streets she was gonna get rid of. But like, certain businesses were complaining on main streets, like the Maisonneuve, like Jean Talon, that had these bike paths installed, that they're losing foot traffic, and said that people are not coming into the stores anymore, especially people who have cars, because they can't fucking find parking, because the bike paths are taking it all, you know. So it's like, there's this dilemma of, okay, yes, bikers have now roads that they can bike on, fine, but businesses who rely on car traffic cannot. Like, they even want to install new parking meters farther up north of the island of Montreal, where it's usually free. They want to install meters there, and businesses, and this one I'm iffy about, because certain businesses were going, yeah, but why don't I want to stop for like 2 to 5 minutes to get something quick? I mean, I've stopped for 2 to 5 minutes in places where you definitely can't fucking park and nothing's happened, you know? But it's just a sense of, the bike path have removed a lot of drivable road and parking spots for a lot of cars. And I think it's time that we look at this and go, okay, we tried the experiment, it didn't work. Let's not get rid of every bike path. I don't think that needs to be done. But some of them need to fucking go. Like, there's too many at this point. It's ridiculous how many bike paths there are in the city. And they're dangerous. They're not, if the bikers were like respectable, fine. They're not respectable. There are a lot of times where bikers are like swerving through cars, swerving through traffic, and it's like, I open my door, you're dead. You know, like, you're dead. You're done.
Well, even worse, your door's fucked.
Yeah, your door's, dude. I was, where was I? I was on like Renee bike, but like this was like last summer. I told the fucking biker off because I'm opening my door. I went slow, and I closed my door. Right, so I'm now next to my car outside. I see a biker coming. I'm like, okay, cool. Tell me why he wants to get so fucking close to me. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, yeah, well, because you have to move out the way. Who? What? I'll fucking put a stick out and put it in your wheel spock. See how far you fly. Like, like some of them are really entitled, dude. It's nuts. It really is nuts how some of these bikers really feel like entitled to the road. It's beyond me. But yeah, I'm happy that the new mayor is looking into that, and I think it needs to be done, and I'm in full agreement with her. I think it's good that some bike paths get removed for sure. Have you? Because you're not a biker. Have you ever used the Bixie bikes?
No.
No. They're actually very good bikes, to be honest. I've used them a couple of times. They're very sturdy, very heavy bikes too. I was quite surprised, and they're good. It's good prices too. I think it's like I think it's 55 cents a minute, something like that.
It's pretty steep.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I mean, if you're not going very far, it's pretty good. And you can buy a monthly pass for like $23, and then you're good. You can buy unlimited for like a whole month. You know, so no, it's not bad. So, but I do agree that some of these passes need to be fucking removed. Thank God. So, yeah. Did you have anything else to add?
No, I'm all set.
Alrighty. Well then, this was Flabbergasted by Audacity. I'm Jamal.
And I'm Patrick.
And we'll see you guys next week.
The decision rests with you. Rests with you.